Galatians 2 and 9. I'm just going to continue the video like this so I can see the timer on there. Revelation 2 and 9. And it reads, I know thy works, thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, synagogue of Satan. And we got to understand that all Israel is not Israel. You're going to have a lot of people pretending, being hypocrites, that they're following the Lord, that they're doing the law, statutes, commandments, that they're teaching the right gospel. But inwardly they are wolves seeking to destroy the flock. And we have to be aware that these things are gonna may come upon us, man. That fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a kind of life, man. All right, this is what the Yahushua was telling the disciples, man. Following the Lord, because the verse 2 talking about in the house are many mansions. Okay? And that's part of the reward, that we're going to have dominion over the earth, over space. Okay, but we're going to suffer, man. All right, but don't let your heart be troubled. Don't get weary. All right, don't get scared, man. All right, and although we're going to be faced with things that are going to be uncomfortable, daunting, all right, and we're going to, we're entering into perilous times, man. But let not your faith be moved. Don't let your discomfort, all right, that some of us may have to endure, be the reason that we fail. This is the trial of our faith. So when you're on trial, you're being grilled. You're being grilled with testimonies and witnesses and things like that, man. But don't let these things shake you. Let your faith be unmovable. All right. Matthew 16. And 21. So from that time forth, Yahushua began to answer. It's lucky for that time forth began Yahushua to show unto his disciples how they must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and the chiefs and the scribes, and be killed and be raised again the third day. And this is the Lord cautioning, that the disciples are going to see their master, all right, go away. And not only go away, but go away in such a manner that no man has ever been afflicted the way and bruised the way that Yahushua has, man. These things were disheartening to the disciples, man. They'd watch them cast out miracles or cast out demons through these miracles. But yet he given himself as a willing sacrifice, all right, to suffer the sins for the elect, man. All right, but he's telling them that, yeah, I'm going to go away, but I'm going to be risen the third day. And that's the hope that we got to have. This is the hope that we do have. And none, and just understand what we're serving, man, is a life and death matter. The life and the death of the Lord, man. The life and death of the saints. And we're going to be risen the third day too. At the end, at the latter end, man. And the sufferings, the present suffering, the sufferings of the present, to be delivered from the sufferings of the present and evil world that we're in, man. All right, but we got to take into account, the disciples were sad. They were scared. They were afraid. They didn't think they had their protection. All right, and Yahushua physically being with them, but we have the Lord physically being with us, man, through the Spirit. And reading these scriptures, man, reading the mindset, or reading and understanding the mindset of the disciples having Yahushua tell him that he's going to go away and be murdered, all right, by the people who claim that they love him, by the people who also say that they hate him. You know? So don't let our heart be troubled, man. Don't let your heart be troubled. This is Mark 8. Um, 31. It says the same thing. All right, Mark 8 and 31. And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and of the scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again, man. All right, let's get that John 14 and 1 real quick. Let's read that. Let me see what much time we got. All right, and if you read, let not your heart be troubled. Believe in the Most High, believe also in me. All right, and you're going to get John, the first chapter. All right, let me see. Look at verse 11. It said, John 1:11. It said, he came into his own, and his own received him not. You know, and that's where, you know, he said he's going to be delivered up. You know, the Pharisees didn't receive him. 2/3 of our people didn't receive him. You know, they let go of Barabbas and allowed Yahushua to be in the hands of Pontius Pilate, or really not Pontius Pilate, but delivered them into Pontius. All right, and they say he's a blasphemer and crucifier, man. All right, so those are the ones who have the blood on their hands, and you wonder why your children are going through so much. You guys rejected the Lord. But as many as received him, right, him to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High, even to them that believe on his name, man. All right, so we got to, you know, that belief goes a long way. You know, believe in the Most High, believe also in him. And to believe in him, you have to have the name. Okay? All right, and only the elect have the name, but the true disciples of Yahweh have the name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of the Most High. You know? So that's the hope that we have, man. We were born of the Lord. All right? Those who believe on his name, those who believe on the Heavenly Father. Him that sent me. Let's get that. I'm going to close it. Come on, man. Matthew 10 and 40 says, he that receiveth you receiveth me. He that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. All right. Mark 9 and 37, whosoever shall receive one of such children in my name receiveth me. And whosoever shall receive me receiveth, whoever shall receive me receiveth not me, but him that sent me. You know? So, you know, we receive the Lord, you know, his Heavenly Father, you know? There we go. It's a good one. John 5 and 24 says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me have everlasting life and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life, man. You know, that's heavy. You know, that belief and having that name, man. You know, what the disciples had. All right, they believed the report. You know, they believed the report. I was going to end it on there. So with that one, say, call halal, Yabashim Yahushai, the Apostle Elder Grade Millstone. Till next time, Shalom and the Bible Ball.